Good morning. My name is Dr. Braun, and I am going to be your English professor for English 111 Writing and Inquiry. Welcome to this class. As you know, this is a 16-week class, which is being conducted over the course of 8 weeks. That means you have a lot of reading and writing in store for you over the next 8 weeks. The first thing that I want to do is talk a little bit about the syllabus. If you go to the Getting Started tab, you will find a link to a PDF of the syllabus. This semester, the book that we're going to be using is the Norton Field Guide to Writing with Readings and Handbook. It's imperative that you get the version that's titled With Readings and Handbook because they have a version that has only the first part of the book. It just contains this section. It doesn't contain the section in the back that has a bunch of additional readings. So please make sure that you get the correct book for this class. If you take a look at the syllabus, you will see that there are 7 primary goals, and all of these have to do with writing, critical thinking, and evaluating sources. This class meets online, so obviously attendance and participation are going to be a little bit different than they would be if we were in a seated class together. In order to fully participate in this course, a couple of things that you need to do are, you need to check your email and your Blackboard course every single day. You need to keep up with the daily reading and writing assignments, and you need to be active within the Blackboard discussion board forum that is going to allow you to have some of the interaction. One of the probably biggest stressors that students have in my course in particular, if you take a look at the 7th course goal in the syllabus, it is to collaborate actively in a writing community. So one of the primary ways that I'm going to have you doing that is by doing peer review of each other's papers. So when we talk about attendance and participation, it's going to be imperative that you participate not just in doing your own assignments, but in the peer review process, which I'll be introducing in a later video. I want to make you aware, obviously we've all just been through, or many of us have just been through the spring semester where everything went off the rails and seated class had to be turned into online classes. But I still want you to be aware of something really important with regards to how CVCC calculates end of semester grades. Hopefully you all are here, you're willing, and you're planning to be very active in this class, and so hopefully none of this is going to actually apply to you. But let's just say later in the semester, if you begin to fall behind in this course, first of all, you should contact me right away. I can and will work with you. Many of us have more going on than just the classes that we're taking. So I am a resource and I'm here to help you. So if you've got something going on and you need additional support, please get in contact with me. But something that you should know is this. You can drop this course, you can drop any course at CVCC that you're taking online up until the 60% date for the course. For this particular class, that date is June 29th. That means you can drop this class up until the 29th of June without any penalty. If you are failing the class and you do not drop it before the 29th, you will probably end up failing the class, but the point I want to make is this. If you don't drop the class, if you're failing and you drop the class after the 60% date, you will get a WF, which is a withdraw failing. And what that means is the F is still averaged into your GPA, even though you've dropped the course. So that happens, again, only when you drop a class after the 60% date. So please pay attention to June 29th. I'll be letting you know and contacting you if you are in a situation which is of concern. And again, my syllabus says that participation in this course means that discussion board prompts reflect thoughtful, careful reading related to the topic, that you express yourselves clearly and are well understood, and that you participate in an active and timely manner in the peer review process. Okay, let's talk about academic honesty a little bit. So good news, there are no tests or quizzes in this class. Bad news, the tests or quizzes that, if you want to think of them that way, are the major writing assignments that you're going to do for this class. You're going to write 3 major papers. You're going to write a textual analysis, a researched argument, and a reflective essay. These 3 essays must be written by you. They must be original work that you create for this class. Some of you may be in the situation of repeating English 111. You cannot take a paper that you wrote for another teacher for another course, even if it's the same course, English 111, and submit it for a grade in this class. That's called recycling. It's a form of self-plagiarism, and you will receive a 0 if you turn in a paper for my class that you've already written for another teacher, for another assignment, for another course. So when you get into the mandatory course entry quiz, you will see that that is one of the methods of plagiarism that I have listed in that quiz question. You'll also see on the syllabus that I do not accept late work, but I want to remind you that if you've got something going on, please be in contact with me, because the reality is sometimes things happen and they can't be done when they're supposed to be. So please be in touch with me if you feel like you're going to have to turn something in late, or again, if you're having any other kind of struggle or difficulty in this class, or frankly in your other English, or frankly in your other CVCC classes. All right, on the third of the page of the syllabus, it gives an overview of the course assignments and due dates. This course is worth a total of 1,000 points. Again, there are 3 major essays. That accounts for 600 of the 1,000 points. So the vast majority of the points in this class are going to come from those major pieces of writing. The rest of the work, you're going to do 3 PowerPoints. You're going to do 10 discussion boards where you'll be reading something and interacting with your peers. You'll also be doing outlines, rough drafts, and peer reviews. And some of those are done through discussion board. So the point value varies depending on what the assignment is. Finally, the last part of my syllabus goes over the grading criteria and scale for your papers. All of the assignments in my Blackboard course have a rubric attached to them, and I encourage you to take a look at the rubric before you complete assignments, as well as taking a look at the rubric after it's been filled out and you've received your grades. I'm not going to go over the entirety of the grading criteria for all of the types of papers, but I want to just read to you the criteria for the A paper, because I think it might surprise you when you find out how high the expectations are. The A paper demonstrates a clear main idea that can be followed throughout the development of the paper. It has defined connections between the paragraphs and sentences that consistently give the entire essay a definite sense of purpose and indicates an understanding of audience. It reflects the writer's control of language, which is vivid, precise, and interesting. Its ideas are clear, logical, and thought-provoking. It contains all of the positive qualities of good writing listed below: originality, organization, development, focus, controlled voice and tone, integration of references following correct MLA style, careful choice of effective words and phrases, freedom from flagrant errors in spelling, punctuation, and grammar, appropriate and dynamic word use, and controlled and varied sentence patterns. Now, if that sounds like it's going to be difficult, it is. This course is one that a lot of people struggle with, either because they don't feel like they are good writers, or because they may have a writing deficiency from the past. And in actuality, something that I want to say about that is this. This course is not meant to teach you how to write. This course is meant to give you the assignments that will help you demonstrate your ability to write, to think critically, and to do basic research. So the expectation is that you already know how to write. What I'll be doing is giving you assignments that will feed into the remaining goals for this course, get you to practice all of the skills that we want you to have when you do write, as well as, of course, give you feedback on your writing so that you can figure out what you need to do to improve upon it. If basic spelling and grammar are issues that you struggle with, those are not things that we are going to address in this class. If you struggle with writing just as your baseline, my most important recommendation to you is that you interact with the Writing Center. The Writing Center will help you work on your papers. It'll help you with your spelling, punctuation, and grammar. It'll also really help you with your thought process, how you're thinking, the way you are developing and supporting your ideas. With that being said, I do want to also tell you that it is my belief, my teaching philosophy when it comes to English, that it is extremely important that you write about topics that you find interesting, that you care about. And I'll be challenging you to do that this semester. Like I mentioned, you'll be writing a textual analysis, a researched argument, and a reflective essay. I'm interested in your ideas. So if you are thinking to yourself, I don't have any ideas, well, you better start thinking about what interests you and what opinions you have, because that is the kind of thing that you're going to be writing about this semester. Welcome to this class. I'm so glad that you're going to be a part of our writing community this summer. If you have questions, concerns, feedback, you can email me at ebron@cvcc.edu. I'll be producing quite a few videos for you this semester so that I can make sure that, you know, I tell you the things that that you hear the things I want you to know. But as always, please contact me if you have questions or concerns, because I'm here to work with you.